Someone in the comments section of my last video asked me a very interesting question. They wrote, "Walter, if you're so careful about what you eat and you barely go out, how do you even know your body is doing okay?" It is a fair question, I suppose. I replied that I keep an eye on my daily routine and how I feel. And the best part is, I don't have to sit in a crowded clinic waiting room just to stay aware of what's going on inside my body. Now, before we begin, I want to be perfectly clear. There are people out there who genuinely enjoy eating out every night, trying every new restaurant, and treating food as entertainment. There are highly social individuals who thrive on constant dining, constant gatherings, and constant indulgence. God bless them. I truly wish them well. And I hope they enjoy all those extra restaurant sauces and mystery oils, but I suspect that is not you. I suspect most of you listening right now have had the exact same quiet concern I used to have. You've stood in your own kitchen on a Sunday morning, looking at last night's takeout container, wondering if all of this convenience is quietly affecting your cholesterol and heart over time. You know the feeling. Now, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Walter. I'm 69 years old, a retired high school principal, and today, I want to tell you why so many assumptions about going out to stay healthy are completely misunderstood, especially when it comes to cholesterol and long-term heart awareness. It's early morning right now. I'm sitting in my kitchen with a simple cup of black coffee, no sugar, no extras. The house is quiet. I can hear the refrigerator humming. And this quiet moment, this stillness, used to be something I ignored for most of my life. But over time, something changed. It wasn't sudden. It was gradual. I started noticing that the older I got, the more my body responded differently to heavy meals and late dinners. Restaurant foods were convenient but unpredictable in ingredients. If you're listening right now and you've started to notice the same thing, maybe feeling more sluggish after eating out, or wondering about your cholesterol balance, I want you to take a breath. There is nothing wrong with you. What's happening is simply awareness. Let's look at this like a long-term system. When you're younger, your body can handle a lot more flexibility. Fast food, irregular meals, late-night eating, and still feel fine the next day. But over time, your system becomes more sensitive to patterns, especially when it comes to dietary fats, portion sizes, and consistency. Every meal becomes part of a bigger picture. And I started realizing something very simple. Eating out frequently doesn't just cost money, it costs predictability. You don't always know the oil used, the sodium levels, or the hidden ingredients that slowly add up in your routine. Meanwhile, at home, I can choose exactly what goes into my meals. Simple ingredients, controlled portions, fewer surprises. That kind of consistency brings a certain peace of mind when you start thinking more seriously about cholesterol awareness and heart-friendly routines. Now let's talk about what this actually looks like in daily life. For me, staying home isn't about avoiding life. It's about controlling the environment around my choices. I can cook oatmeal instead of grabbing a pastry. I can grill fish instead of ordering fried food. I can keep things simple instead of unpredictable. And over time, that simplicity adds up. There's also something else people rarely talk about. When you eat at home, you're not surrounded by stimulation. No loud music, no rushed service. That calm environment changes how you eat. You eat slower. You notice more. You stop when you're full, instead of when the plate is empty. And that alone makes a difference in long-term routine awareness. I remember a conversation with my daughter, Sarah. She came over one afternoon carrying 2 bags of takeout. She looked at me and said, "Dad, you should come out more. You need to eat properly, socialize." I smiled and said, "Sarah, I spent 40 years running a school, dealing with constant stress and fast decisions. I don't need more chaos to feel alive. I need consistency." She didn't fully agree at first. Most people don't. We're taught that being active means being out and busy. But when it comes to long-term heart awareness, sometimes the most valuable thing you can do is simplify your environment. Reduce variables. Reduce stress around meals. Reduce unnecessary exposure to unhealthy patterns. Rest is no longer something you earn. It becomes something you protect. And when you start protecting your daily rhythm, something interesting happens. You begin noticing your body more clearly, how you feel after certain meals, how your energy changes across the day, how consistency affects everything. At home, there's no rush. I can prepare food slowly. I can sit down without distraction. I can actually listen to my own body instead of external noise. And that quiet awareness is valuable. People often say staying home leads to isolation, but I've found the opposite. It leads to clarity, and clarity helps you make better daily choices, especially around diet and routine habits that influence cholesterol balance over time. My friend Daniel comes over sometimes. He doesn't drag me out. He just sits in the kitchen while I cook. We talk a little, stay quiet a lot, and that's enough. No pressure, no performance, just calm presence. And I've learned that kind of environment supports better long-term habits more than constant stimulation ever did. Now, if your calendar is full, it might be worth asking yourself a simple question. Is this helping my long-term routine awareness or just filling time? Because at this stage of life, it's not about doing more. It's about doing things that make sense for your body, your rhythm, and your comfort. I keep my schedule simple now, not empty, just intentional. And that freedom is something I wouldn't trade anymore. If you're watching this and you feel the same way, you already understand what I'm talking about. There's no need to explain it to anyone. You don't owe anyone a reason for choosing a quieter, more controlled routine. You simply say, "No thank you, I'm staying home today." And that's enough. Before I finish, I'll leave you with this thought. A quiet life isn't a limited life. It's often a more deliberate one. And sometimes, the most powerful changes don't come from doing more, but from choosing a little more consistency in how you live each day. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Are you already choosing a quieter routine at home? Or is this something you're thinking about starting? I read every comment and I truly appreciate hearing your thoughts. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel and helps bring more content like this. And if you want to learn more about staying aware of your heart and cholesterol wellness at home, check the link in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.